Yep.
Come on, man.
Hey everybody, Red October. Today is Tuesday, back to work. Had a long vacation for Thanksgiving, and I wanted to just share some words of wisdom, or at least some words. And was thinking about our lives changing, as we go through life, and the emotions and work and health changes and so forth. And I was having a conversation with my wife yesterday. We went to walk the dogs, and just got out by ourselves. And I thought I had a thought in my head, and I told her, I said, honey, I think this is the challenge for a lot of couples, a lot of married people, that when their kids grow up and move out of the house, that now they have to figure out a life without the kids. A life that doesn't revolve around the kids. The everyday getting them up, getting them ready for school, when they get home, their homework, going to their school events, whether it's for sports, or maybe they have a play going on at the school, or teacher conference, whichever it may be. We get so caught up as parents in the everyday hustle and bustle. And for you young people out there that your kids are still young, just know these days are coming. And I told her, I said, our focus now needs to be on each other, and we need to start thinking about our future, the future that we want, the future that's at hand, and not get stuck in the past as far as the kids go, because they're not here anymore. Our lives don't revolve around them. And she thought about it, and she said, you're right. And I said, we just have to find a life for ourselves now, because now it's just me and you. And I think this is the thing that either tears up a lot of couples. I think people that have been married for years and years and years, that once the kids are grown and gone, they look at each other like they don't know what to do. Or they look at their partner and they're like, I don't even know you anymore, because I've spent the last 15, 18 years, so focused on the kids that you've changed, and I just didn't even, I didn't take a moment to stop to see that you're older, or, you're out of shape, or, maybe you have new hobbies that don't interest me, that I didn't take part in. Those kind of things tear couples apart. And I think that you need to be mindful that in life, you're going to change. Your spouse is going to change. You're going to get older. You're going to get fatter. You're going to get bald. You're going to acquire maybe a sickness that you didn't have, when you first met. And I always tell my girls, that cute boy that you're looking at, or you got your eye on, just remember, he's going to get fat, bald, and ugly one day. He's going to get old, and you need to make sure that you have some type of connection that you want to spend your life with him. And same thing goes with him. He needs to make sure he sees that, one day you're going to be a mom, you're going to put on weight, your hips are going to get wide. And that's not to say that women aren't beautiful once they get older. It's just things change. And, you have to, I guess, teach your kids those things, and let them know that it's okay. Life changes, you change. You just have to adapt with it. My oldest stepson is just about to, time's up for him. He has to move out of the house. Me and my wife have come to an agreement that, it's time for him to go. All his siblings are gone. Everyone else is making it. They're off in college. They live in apartments. One has moved way out of the city. So she's also away from us. And that's been hard on my wife. And so I think maybe she's kind of given hope to the oldest one that she still has a little bit of parenting left. But there comes a certain age, you just have to say, look, I love you, and I've done as much as I could for you. You just have to figure it out. And I think that's the toughest part as a parent, that You don't want to see your kids struggle. You don't want to see them, not make it in life. But if you don't let them live their life, let them figure it out. It's called growing up, being responsible. They're never going to do it. You're going to have a 30, 35, 40-year-old, kid living at home, and then when you pass away, which is what happened to one of my cousins, his dad passed away, and he's been struggling financially because he's been able to stay at home with his father's blessings to say, you don't like that job, just stay home. Or he'd come home, Pops, they pissed me off today, I quit. He always had that blanket security that, hey, if I don't like this job, I can quit and, take a couple of weeks off and then find another part-time job, quit that job. There's always something he did not like about his work. They didn't let him smoke, or he smelled like smoke, or he couldn't carry his gun, and so forth. He had to tuck in his shirt. He didn't like to do that. But in life, you have to learn to take direction. You have to learn to follow orders. You have to, if you want to be responsible, you have to be willing to take direction from others. Back to my story about the kids, and I'm sorry I went on a little rant there. But, figuring out life and figuring out the next life after your kids are gone, that can be tough on a lot of people. But, back to me and my wife, it's do we sell, I keep telling her we need to downsize our house. This house is too big, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's too much house for just me and you. And I think letting that part go is hard for her, because it's like we have these memories of the kids here, and yes, we got it for them. Yes, we moved to an area where the schools are good and the schools are close by, but those things eventually change. They don't last forever. And as a parent, it's tough. I think it's more tough on the women than it is the men. That it's okay to start a new life. It's okay to focus on you, to focus on your partner. Well, that's all I'll say about that. Those are kind of my words for the day, and I'll make another video soon. Thanks for watching. Right out.